Hey, what's going on, guys? Chambersly here, back again for another video. So, getting right into the news, since we have a lot of it. If you guys didn't know, or if you guys remember, Mario O'Donnell got terminated back on April 11th, 2014, last year. He said that he's saddened to say that Bungie board of directors terminated me without cause on April 11th, 2014. Basically, what happened is they just had a falling out. Bungie stated that Mario O'Donnell wasn't keeping his end of the bargain. He was being lazy. He was not working as hard as he could. Mario O'Donnell said that Bungie didn't pay him for a certain amount of days of unused vacation time. He came back from vacation. Everybody was like hating him and all this stuff. So it goes back and forth, but at the end of the day, it seems like Mario O'Donnell was right and Bungie was wrong since he won the lawsuit and won a certain amount of money that was not released. Mario O'Donnell also said on Twitter, to be clear, the official Destiny E3 gameplay trailer was not made by Bungie, but it was made by the company that brought you Call of Duty, and he was talking about Activision, since Activision is the publisher for Bungie's game, Destiny. Pretty much what happened is the official Destiny E3 gameplay trailer was actually supposed to be using Mario O'Donnell's music, and instead they use their own thing that they made, and it kind of upset Mario O'Donnell because I think everybody would be upset when you work your ass off on something, your job and something that you're passionate about, and they just don't use it, and they pretty much slap you in the face. So kind of have to understand where Mario O'Donnell is coming from there. Right now he is with Highwire Games. He is the CEO of that. He's making it big with his own company. So shout out to him for doing his own thing. As we all would love to see him come back to 343 Industries to make music for Halo 5 or even Halo 6. Unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen. So, moving on to Halo stuff, we actually have a Halo 5 Guardians trailer that has been leaked. It's in a little ghetto, format. It's not actually captured by a capture card or something like that, some kind of professional thing. It was actually captured by just a camera, somebody holding a camera. It was posted on Reddit Halo, and it was taken down, and it just shows pretty much Master Chief versus his blue team versus Osiris's team with Agent Locke, and Master Chief and Agent Locke have a couple seconds of actually fighting, so we can assume that we're actually going to be seeing scenes of them, hitting each other in an epic duel. So that sounds pretty cool. And it looks pretty cool for the millisecond that you get to see it. So link will be down in the description so you guys can also check it out. But again, I will say that don't expect it to be something to be easily seen, as it is somebody just holding a camera. So you're gonna have to zoom in, try to squint to see it. Moving on to something that's very exciting, at least for me, something that I actually have to give props to 3 Industries. I know I give them a lot of shit. If you follow me on Twitter or you've seen a couple of my YouTube videos, I pretty much hate them more than anybody else, or as most as the top people that hate 3 Industries. But I do have to give them props for as much crap I give them, because they are going to be taking out the map voting option in Halo. It's been in Halo since Halo 3. Halo 3 had the veto system. Then we moved on to Halo Reach, where we had a new map voting system where you would have four different options. You'd have 3 maps. Sometimes 2 would be the same map but different game types. The first one would be like Slayer. Second would be King. Third one would be just a random one, and then the fourth one would be none of the above, and you could pick that, and then they gave you like brand new selections and stuff. And then in Halo 4, we had the same thing. You had 3 options instead of and you can't say none of the above, so you only had 3 options. And then in Halo Master Chief Collection, same thing. We had 3 options. See, the problem with this, the problem with the voting system is that in Halo Reach, the one on top, if it's tied 4-4, it's gonna win. Same thing with Halo 4, the one on the far left, it's always gonna win if it's tied 4-4. And then in Halo Master Chief Collection, same thing. A team of 4 goes in, they want to play the one on the far left hand side. The other team of 4, it's kind of unfair. I think if it's tied 4-4, then I think that it needs to reset, give a new set of options so we can have a fair match or something like that. Especially if a team is like better on a map compared to maybe the other team would be better on a different map, and they'd be able to be that team. But we don't have to worry about it anymore, because in Halo 5 they're taking out the voting option. We're not even going to be able to veto the maps in Halo 5 Guardians, and I actually kind of like that. I like the just you get what you get and you have to play it. So you have to be good at every single game type. You have to be good at every single map. I like that. It adds to the competitiveness. So people that have that one bad map that they're bad at, they're gonna have to play it. So I like that. They also said that the rotation is going to be pretty good. And just confirmation on this, we had somebody on Twitter ask Josh Holmes, is there going to be a vote or veto system similar to Halo 2 in Halo 5 Guardians? And he said no voting or veto, just straight rotations. So I like that. You get what you get, and you have to play it. So definitely one of the big things that I'm looking forward to in Halo 5 Guardians. Other Halo 5 news. We are going to be getting Astro Gaming giving us the Halo 5 Guardians 840 and Mixamp M80. It is also now available. You can get it on Amazon or you can go to astrogaming.com and check it out. I believe it's actually, I can check it out right here. It is actually going to be like $220. And then also they have that trailer on the website. Once you click that link, I'll put it down in the description. You go there, you click the link instead of Amazon. If you haven't seen the first cinematic of Halo 5 campaign already, it's about like 3 minutes long, something like that. You can check that out. It's also on the Astro Gaming website. So it's going to be $219.99, which is actually pretty cheap when you think about past Astro Gaming headsets that have been $300 before. Um, this one, it's going to be, just like I showed you guys before, it's going to be pretty much the same ones that I have. These ones, but it's going to be decked out in the Halo 5 Guardians theme. And also, if I can show you guys right here, it's going to be the same mix amp that I have. Just this one, it plugs right into your controller. It's easy to use. You have your game sound if you want more game than your voice. And then, voice is just for your teammates. If you want to hear them better, then you can press this. And this is just, you press it 3 times, you got 3 different options. You press it once, here, most of it on the left-hand side. And if you press it, it goes in the middle, which is what I use. So if you turn left, you're going to hear, more out of your right. So it's more realistic and more immersive, so you feel like you're actually in the game. And then, of course, if you press it again, you'll be everything on the right-hand side. So, and then you have your little dial here to turn it up and down. You could press the middle button to mute your mic. So it's actually pretty cool. It plugs in very nicely. It's very convenient. If you want to not take off your headset, you can go to the kitchen, get something to drink, whatever. So it's pretty cool. But also the mix amp that we've all grown to love is actually, it's still good. I still use it whenever I'm not, talking to people and stuff. And also, they are coming out with that other headset that I said they're going to be doing a giveaway on TeamBeyond.net. In my last video, I believe I did that, or my last 2 videos. And they're going to be coming out with more options for the standard mix amp that doesn't plug in your headset, the brick. So moving on, that actually is available, and I think that's about it. There's a bunch of pictures here showing it off, and they also show off the Halo 5 Guardians Xbox One wireless controller, and it's pretty cool. It's got the Halo 5 colors decked out and stuff. So yeah, check it out. And moving on to Destiny, there is a new Destiny Taken King cinematic trailer. Which is actually pretty cool. It shows, Guardians talking and stuff, and it's kind of a just comedy, little cinematic trailer for you to check out. Of course, Destiny 2.0 patch already came out, and there is patch notes. Then it's actually going to require about 20 gigabytes of memory for your Xbox One. The patch notes is obviously way too long for me to read every single thing that's on it, but I can just go over, summarize what they did. They did stuff for player character, classes. They did stuff for weapons. They buffed, and they nerfed stuff. Auto rifles, pulse rifles, scout rifles, hand cannons, shotguns, sniper rifles, fusion rifles, sidearms, rocket launchers, machine guns, weapon perks. And then they show year 1 perks and exotic and legendary weapons, show what they did to them. You have the Hardlight, the Cyros Regime, the Necrochasm, the Last Word, Thorn, Hawkmoon, Icebreaker, Gallahorn, Blackhammer, No Land Beyond, Lord of Wolves, Thunderlord, Vex, Mythoclast, Universal Remote, Monte Carlo, Bad Juju, Red Death, and Plan C. Also, the exotic armor. You had an insurmountable skull fort, spawn of young Ahamkara, and heart of Praxifire is what they did stuff with in the patch. They talked about what they did with activities, with World, the Strikes, Prison of Elders, King's Fall. We have quests now. They show what they're going to be doing with bounties. They show what they're doing with the tower, with the gunsmith, the speaker, factions, Crota's Bane, Queen's Wrath. They show what they're gonna be doing with your inventory. They also show what's gonna be going down with the preview event, which is going on right now for the Crucible. maps and game types. They added a bunch of maps and a couple new game types. They talked about the user interface, technical and networking stuff. So just to go over more stuff, I've actually played quite a bit with the 2.0 patch. The one thing that I hate out of this 2.0 patch, everything else is pretty cool. Don't have anything to complain about except maybe a couple things. The first thing I want to complain about is the ghost. Now, Peter Dinklage was, he's the Game of Thrones guy. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I know he's in the Game of Thrones. I know he's a very good actor. He was very good acting as the ghost. I know a lot of people said that he didn't show enough emotion, but you got to remember that the ghost is supposed to be an artificial intelligence. It's not really supposed to show that emotion, even though he did show emotion with the ghost. But Nolan North, I think, is the new actor, if that's his name, for the ghost, and it is showing just way too much emotion. Whenever I hear the ghost talk, whenever I'm trying to do a bounty or whatever, and I go into a mission that I haven't done in a while, and then you have the ghost talking, he sounds like he's talking to a 5-year-old. He makes me feel like he is talking to me as a 5-year-old, and it's really annoying, to be honest with you. I think the ghost sounds really stupid. It takes the seriousness out of Destiny. I try to take Destiny, serious. I'm one of those lore people. I like the story of any game that I play, whether it be Gears of War, Call of Duty, Halo campaign. Even though I didn't really understand the Destiny campaign too much, I still, wanted to learn more about it. How did this happen? What happened to the Traveler? All that stuff. So when the ghost talks, I get distracted because of how much emotion, Activision tried to tell Bungie to tell Nolan North to show in the ghost, and it's way too much. It really is, because the ghost just ruins it for me. Like, I just want you to take the ghost out of the game now because it's that bad. And that's the one complaint I have to make. It's really bad. It's really bad. I mean, like, I want Peter Dinklage back so bad. I mean, honestly, I don't know why you removed him in the first place. It was the dumbest business decision you've ever made. If he left, he left. But if he got fired, it's the dumbest business decision you've ever made. 2. Another thing I want to talk about with this patch is, why are you guys going to, like, you're pretty much telling us that we can rank up as soon as this 2.0 patch comes out, because you have the bar. When you rank it from 1 to 20, you have a bar at the bottom of the screen showing you how long do you have to go until you rank up your next level. They have that now because it's going to be experience based. You're not going to need a light to rank up from 34 to 40. So they have my 34 down there, but it's kind of curious because at the end of the bar, they don't have my 35 because they would be, showing how much more experience I would have to get to go to 35. So when the game first came out, when the patch first came out, I was like, okay, I'm just going to get a bunch of experience. So now there's 2 ways of getting experience. The first way to get experience is by killing enemies and doing all that stuff. And then the second thing of getting experience is by turning in bounties and, turning in a bunch of stuff, Vanguard, Crucible bounties, and all that. So I did both of those things and I didn't rank up. They never said in the patch notes that, oh, just to let you guys know, you're not going to be able to rank up until September 15th. So it's kind of frustrating, that they need to word things better. They're kind of not putting things in there to explain to the audience, But, it's whatever. I mean, the patch is still pretty good. I think they need to explain more about legendary marks. There's some things they didn't explain well enough. I know they put a lot of stuff in the patch notes, but so if they're going to change this much from year 1 to year 2, they need to explain everything, especially important things like legendary marks, the new currency in Destiny. But, that's pretty much it for my rant of Destiny. It's still pretty good. I like the maps. There's a couple maps that are probably the best maps I've ever seen in Destiny. Especially this one symmetrical small map. I can't remember the name of it is, but it is on like the last city, like near the towers. It looks pretty cool. And there's like a reef map that looks pretty cool too. So there's 70 maps they add to the game. 1 is exclusive to PlayStation, and they also added in, I think, 2 maps that were exclusive to PlayStation 4, and they put it on the Xbox One now. So it's cool, for Crucible. There's no ranking system, so it's cool they're adding new maps to make it a little less dull, and they're just updating weapons. And I like how they nerfed the Thorn. I can definitely tell that people can't two-shot at me anymore. They have to like kind of shoot me like 4 times at least to kill me with the Thorn with the burn. Gjallarhorn, I couldn't notice too much that they nerfed it, but they said they nerfed it, so whatever. Moving on to more Destiny stuff. The Taken King raid armor has been discovered. We've got armor for the raid King's Fall that comes out on the 18th of September, 3 days after the actual DLC comes out. We've got stuff for Warlock, Titan, and Hunter. You can check that out in the description below. I'll put it right there. Each set of raid armor for the 3 classes contains unique perks that can assist the player in the raid. Some perks increase armor when holding the relic. Some increase agility when the player is torn between dimensions. And then in the database, there is a second set for each class with the prefix Herod. And these sets will probably have a higher defense, light, and value will be obtained by beating the raid on higher difficulty. So, moving on now. Don't mind that noise. Destiny the Taken King live action trailer is out now, and I actually misspoke earlier in this video when I said that the Destiny the Taken King cinematic trailer was more of a comedy, trailer. It's actually this one. The first one's actually a serious trailer. And actually, in my opinion, this cinematic trailer looks identical to the first one they came out with, but I don't know if they're re-releasing it because something happened, but it's actually this one, Evil's Most Wanted trailer, that is supposed to be more on a comedy side. But it is pretty epic, so you should check it out. Definitely great graphics. Kudos to whoever did this video. It just showcases 3 Guardians assaulting Oryx's Dreadnought. It's the only strike that's being added to this new DLC. And it's also showing off the new abilities for the Titan, the Warlock, and the Hunter, with the Titan having the axe. The Warlock, I'm not sure what the Warlock has, some kind of, shocking power, and I know that the Hunter has the bow and arrow, so it showcases that. Moving on to Fallout 4, the Fallout 4 Season Pass has been announced for anyone who's excited for Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is going to be coming to Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4 this November. Bethesda said that the Season Pass is going to be coming out, and it's going to be having all the DLC that is going to be in it. They're not sure what DLC is going to be in it, since the first DLC is not planned until early 2016 next year. The full quote from Bethesda, it will be in the article here in the description. Of course, Bethesda is the same company that made Oblivion, Fallout 3, and Skyrim. And Fallout 4 is going to be covering every single piece of DLC they ever released for the game, rather than a limited amount seen in other games. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be $40, or it's going to be $30 instead of $40, because they just don't know what DLC is going to be coming out. So, last thing that I want to talk about here is Star Wars Battlefront Drop Zone mode revealed. They also revealed Supremacy mode and Fighter Squadron mode for the other 2 game types that have been added. If you didn't see those, they're also in the article here. Links, so you can click on those and go check them out. They also released a announcement that the beta is going to be coming out for October. So we've got a lot of stuff coming out for October. We've got the beta for Star Wars Battlefront. We've got Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and then we've got Halo 5 coming out at the end of October as well. So EA is the one that is publishing this game, basically, and they're just announcing all this new stuff. So what Drop Zone is, it's basically like King of the Hill. Stuff is dropping from ships, and you've got to go capture it. You can send drones to seek them out, or seek out where the enemy is, and then you can set up turrets and stuff. So the full description is in the article right here, but it's a new game type you guys can check out. But that's basically all the news that I have for you guys today. It's a long video, but I had to catch up on everything that I missed, everything that you guys might have missed. So I did rant a little bit about Destiny, what I didn't like, but anyways, that's it for me. If you guys would be so kind to hit that like button. If you want me to comment on something, give me my opinion on something, please comment down below. Anything you want me to cover that I didn't cover. If you have an opinion on what I covered, then please comment down below. Share this video with everybody and get it out there. And I will be back when more news comes out. And I will see you guys later. Have a great Friday. Hope everybody got money in the bank today. I will be streaming on MLG.TV/OrbitGG after this video gets uploaded. So I will see you guys there. I'll be playing some Destiny, maybe some Halo later. But it's going to be a great time. So see you guys there. Have a good time.